It's Brian Preston, the money guy.
Student loans.
Okay, now Brian, this can't be a ripoff, right? Because
You're investing in yourself. It's good debt.
You're investing in yourself. You are trying to further your own future potential. Student loans surely can't be a ripoff.
And not all student loans are ripoffs. I mean, I will say that, but you just need to go into it and think about, and this is the sad part. We think about education, it's in the fabric of society that education is one of those things, like we said, improving ourselves, making things better. But there's also, you have to start thinking about, unfortunately, student loans like you would when you walked on a car dealership.
That's right.
You start looking around. It's that so many of my when we did the Dave Ramsey show, so many people in the comments said, you didn't talk about Gazelle Focus. You know why we didn't talk about Gazelle Focus? Because we're lions, Bo. You don't have to have that Gazelle type focus when you're the one ripping apart the gazelles. But I will give them a shout out. Gazelle Focus is when you walk on a car dealership because you're looking all around. You're like assuming everybody's coming to take your money. It's kind of gotten that to be that way with student loans.
You have to do it.
In the fact that if you don't, it's not just the institution, it's the major. There's so many things that go into it that you got to be so careful.
Yep.
You'll end up underwater.
That's exactly right.
So, and we wanted to put in a whole nother sidebar on here because it's a definite ripoff. I mean, I ought to give it a little more than that, but corporate sponsored education.
Oh, that's it. Yep, that's a really big one.
These are the colleges that are for profit. Private, for-profit colleges.
They literally say that, for-profit
for-profit.
colleges.
These are the ones that you see the ads usually at night or even during the day. I mean, because they know if you're sitting at home during the day or late at night, you're probably not getting up to go to work the next morning. So they're perfect time to try to sell you on something. Right. So these are the schools that are online. And listen, this is how bad they are. 22.7% of students for-profit colleges default on their loans within 3 years of entering the repayment period. That's compared to the national average is 7.5% for nonprofit colleges and 11% for for public colleges. So
almost 23% versus 7.5 and 11.
So it's 2 to 3 times worse, depending on whether you're talking about public colleges or the not-for-profit colleges. And then the graduation rate is also abysmal. 54% of students seeking bachelor's degrees and 63% seeking associate degrees left the school with no degree. Guys, that's greater than half.
That is not good. So half of the folks who choose to pursue a for-profit university end up not actually graduating. And then, if they do graduate, roughly a fourth to a fifth of them default on their loans inside of the first 3 years.
No, it's just horrible. So here's the money guy way. As a generic guideline, you should, don't take more student loan debt than you plan on making your first year out of college. Research your degree. If your degree is in basket weaving, I had to go pull one out of the old historic, memory banks of what's a major you can make fun of. Is basket weaving, you probably don't need to go to a private school.
Right.
You probably don't need to go take out a ton of student loan for it. Your money might be served doing something much better, but there's lots of people. I do think it's an epidemic we have right now where institutions are willing to let 17, 18, 19-year-olds build up 6 figures worth of debt. That's wrong. Yep. I mean, this is stuff that they'll never be able to get out from underneath. So just realize student loans, rip off.
So I think what's really interesting is that all these, you said this, Brian, we did a show back in September of 2018 talking about financial ripoffs. A lot of these aren't like brand new things that have come up, but all these are different than the ones that were on our previous show.
Completely different than the other show.
There are constantly people out there that are trying to get in your back pocket, take advantage of you. And by listening to shows like this, educating and informing yourself, you set yourself up to not be taken advantage of. You set yourself up to be the general for the army of dollar bills that your army deserves.
So here's the ask that we have for you guys. We're going to constantly keep loading you up. Remember, we have this whole thing about abundance cycle. Our motivation is for you to be successful, get to that next level. So when you reach that level of success that you want to, complexity, you just don't have time in the day, that you want somebody to look over your shoulder and give you advice, we hope you'll think of Abound Wealth. But there's another step in the process. I want you to go to our website, give us your email address right there on moneyguy.com, because that's the place where we'll send you all type of resources, advice, and other things that's going to help you out in your path towards success. So go give us that email address, that zip code. So when you're neck of the woods also, maybe we can drop by and do it, because we do plan on doing some more location type things in the future. We're working on it.
That's an exciting Easter egg you just dropped. We cannot come see you unless we know where you are. So go out to the website, give us your email address, give us your zip code, let us know where you are, and we got some exciting stuff coming. Got close. We're close to crossing over 33,000. If you're watching this out on YouTube or if you're listening on iHeartRadio, Stitcher, iTunes, and you have not gone out to subscribe on YouTube, click below, subscribe. That is a real-time counter behind us. Click on the, what do you say? Ring the bell?
Ring the bell
so you get notifications every time we have new content out there.
So, because y'all remember, last show we did, well, no, we were not even at 32,000 last show. Now we're crossing 33. I mean, we're cranking through this thing, so it's awesome.
Check this out, Maryland and Monroe, which, by the way, is just a fantastic name on YouTube. I've only been on your email list for about a week, but have already gotten some great tips.
Look at that.
There, testimony
Ring the bell.
There. Ring the bell. Awesome.
Guys, thanks so much. I'm your host, Brian Preston, Mr. Bo Hansen. Keep the questions coming also for the Ask the Money Guy series, and then make sure you give us that email address, moneyguy.com. We'll talk to you soon.